coming at you from your favorite third world economy. Here's 6 steps on how to get away with being a complete scumbag in 2025. Step 1. You matter and only you. First off, you want to calibrate your ego. Make sure you think you're an absolute gem, even though there's nothing about you to support this idea. You are a saint, God's gift to the world, and you are special. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Now, since you don't value authenticity anyways, a false image of your character and personage is how you're going to pull it off, like magic. Since you've read 48 Laws of Power, 12 Rules for Life, and Atomic Habits, you're ready to influence friends and win people. Who cares how you treat them? They'll respect you as long as you're in the limelight and you're successful. And of course, the limelight is on you, because who else could it be on? Make sure you have some false religious zeal when you do this, especially in speaking out against crimes that happen everywhere except where you actually live and work and are socially active on a lifelong basis. Never mind that. No. Well, you want to focus on places that you can't actually fix. That's what you really want to do. You want to focus on places and things that, at the end of the day, it's really just making noise on social media that you wouldn't actually spend more than 5 minutes of your time to help that cause or to know anything else about it. It's really the best way to do that. Because it's all about the look. Remember, you have to remember, it's all about the look. And finally, if by chance you find your pride stung and ego shattered by your loved ones from living this way, complete withdrawal and dissociation from the false archetype of sainthood is more than acceptable. It's encouraged. On this journey to rediscover yourself, everything from substance abuse, the most depraved sexual practices imaginable, witchcraft, voodoo, psychological coercion, and manipulation are all allowed and welcome. At the end of it all, you can just slap on I was in a bad place, and I was really hurt, and all is forgiven, right as rain. Just like that. P.S. You may contract a lifelong STD, ruin other lifelong relationships as a result, as well as baby you didn't want to make a boy later. Step 2. Affirmations and manifestations. Affirm and manifest. Despite having no redeemable qualities whatsoever, you still want to appeal to that part of you that doesn't exist. Yet anyways, by affirming positive affirmations to help counter the complete lack of character and dodge any moral accountability on your part. But affirming is only the first step. After that, you have to start manifesting the picture-perfect life, because reflection, personal evaluation, and repentance are for losers, which you most certainly are not. So instead of doing anything that will make you a better person, you can lean on virtues you won't actually care to uphold, unless it's for your personal brand, which is very important. You also might have a job title along with this to really affirm that you're a good person, you're a good human being. There's so many worse people out there anyway, so it's just to be thankful that you're not one of them. Step 3, network via corruption. Alongside lacking character and virtue, you're also lacking the patience to develop any actual skill or talent. So you rely on connections to get ahead in life. Step 4, Losers Club Pro Max. Advisors are always important, and you need to surround yourself with shallow, like-minded people who share in and validate your depraved and godless lifestyle. This can be anything from a group of friends you came up with, or a coworker, or anything of that nature. After all, ain't no fun if the gangsters can't have none. Step 5, use social media and charity to boost your personal brand. You need a social media following full of people who don't think very critically or very hard, probably your peers, because they share in all the same things that you've done, who will not speak out, who will not rebuke you, who will not tell you what you're doing is wrong. You need a social media presence to counter all the bad things that you've done and that are being spoken about you that are true, but you're changing in your person. You don't need to take accountability for those things. You just need those people to understand that you were in a bad place, but that doesn't mean you're a bad person. Now, after all this, of course, rumors that perpetuate negative perceptions about your character and personage are going to be all over the place. So a boss/mindless social media following to boost your social credit score is always a bonus. I would advise having two social media pages. One that shows just what an incredible person you are, because you probably have a job title and it says so, so that's probably true. But, you want to have another one that highlights, remember when we were talking about social media advocacy, when we were talking about being a social justice warrior? Yeah, you want to have another social media where you open up some sort of NGO, or you work with an NGO, and you just talk about this. So one looks at you as a person, the other looks at you as someone in the workforce, bettering society and all that, despite doing everything to corrupt it. So a page that shows you as a social justice warrior, peace advocate, defender of the weak, social reformist, whole 9 yards. Finally, step 6, which is the most important ones: be unapologetically awesome. Now it's time to take your final form as a successful corporate/government sellout. Finally, after putting out all that bad karma into the world, it's time to tell your AI-generated story on personal growth and development as a real person. Leaving out all the bad you did, of course, because no one wants to hear that. Right now, you're not in the limelight, you're just shining. So, the friends and loved ones you betrayed, they were just stepping stones to greatness. And if they feel some type of way about it, don't try appealing to them as you would a human being. No, instead, you have to gaslight them and belittle their feelings and say, I'm sorry you feel that way, but I'm not sorry I did it. Because what's done is done, and it's in the past. But you're here now, and you're ready to be awesome again. After all, people make mistakes. And you're a person, you made a mistake. And Jesus still saves. And he saves people, and you're a person. And with all the humility you have left to your name, you say, I'm not the worst, and neither am I the best, but I'm a person who's just trying, and that's all that really matters. And there, my friends, is the complete tutorial on how to be a complete fucking scumbag in 2025.